So yeah, all it was
Happy
was
Sunday, everyone.
was just the fact that P5 Royal has been doing all their announcements,
Looks like this will be March.
and they had one of the latest was a new feature, a new mode entirely, called My Palace,
Yep.
where you customize your palace and you can fight the P3 and P4 protagonists.
Who look chill as fuck.
And then you can also put shit in the palace and you can play as other characters. What's kind of crazy, however, is the concept of your main character having a palace, which to me implies that they have to have some sort of fucked up delusion for any of this to make sense.
There's a really. Do you ever see the P4 anime?
No.
There was a really cool moment in 2 episodes in which they diverged from the game significantly and gave you a shadow.
Okay.
And what would that be? And this kind of reminds me of that.
It's just weird, to think like, I mean, obviously, like that's the least canon thing in the world, obviously, but just the idea that it's like, oh yeah, we got to shut these other people down because they have these palaces of delusion.
Yeah.
But yours is totally cool, though.
Well, listen,
and
dude,
here's all the cool things you
Woolie,
can put up in it.
Everybody has a palace.
Do they?
Yes.
I thought the whole thing was that you can search and not everyone has a palace.
No.
Only the worst people.
Everybody has a palace. What is that shit you just played? Get that out of here.
It's Morgana.
Turn that off.
I thought part of the whole point was that not everyone has a palace.
No, everybody has it.
No, they don't.
Nah,
they specifically don't.
Nah, it's fine.
No, literally the story.
Well, you do.
No, the story.
You do, though.
Literally, there are no palaces for some characters. They search and can't find any.
Akira doesn't pay his taxes.
Yu Narukami's a weirdo.
Yunarakami's a fucking weirdo.
He has a palace.
Like,
everyone else.
Minato is a fucking bitch, and that he's a emo kid, and then Yu is a fucking weirdo sex fiend, and then Akira is like, he loves crime.
Everyone doesn't have a palace because everyone has mementos.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. You think it's awkward at the fucking Yasagami High reunion when they all show up and they all have gray-haired little toddlers?
Is that how it went down? Canonically?
And they're like, out in the boonies, we don't really believe in protection, so,
Anyway.
awkward.
Speaking of awkward,
Wrap your dick up.
or be smart, to,
People at home who are listening to the audio version can't see the quizzical look on my face.
I mean,
Are you telling people not to wrap their dick up?
well, I'm saying it depends, like, on the context and person and everything and such.
As a general piece of advice,
In general,
you should wrap your dick up.
in general, yes.
If you're in high school,
Yes.
if
Yes.
you're in high school and you're slanging it around, Woolie says to not wrap your dick up.
I'm saying it's not
He
what
wants
I said.
that dick unwrapped
If
at the high school.
if you're in a relationship and your concerns are very targeted and specific,
Yes.
you might not need to. You might be
but
okay.
for your early life,
Okay, well then, qualify
we
the
were
statement.
talking about Persona characters, Woolie.
As if that was really applicable to you or I in high school.
Yeah, it was not. It was a
Fuck off with that.
wrap my dick
Who
up
you
and then
talking
just
to?
look at my wrapped dick.
And just stare at it. Where's that going?
Oh, this-
Back in your pants.
Oh.
It's going nowhere, idiot.
Just keep it ready. just in case.
Pre-wrapped.
Yeah,
For
pre-wrapped.
nothing. Fucking worthless. Waste of plastic.
Yeah.
Speaking of wrapping it up, let's wrap it up.
Hey, that's good. See, that's good. I like that.
All right, look, a couple things happened.
I'm just kidding, guys. Never use a rubber. That's terrible. Just if you're gonna catch it, you're gonna catch it. Just catch it. Just get it. Just spread it around.
If you're in high school,
The birth rate's going down. Whatever. It'll be fine.
you should be aware that, you don't want to be on one of them MTV shows.
I don't know. That's how people get rich and famous, right? You get on the MTV show because you didn't wrap it up.
Yeah. But wrapping it up sucks, man! It sucks!
I was wondering which one of us was gonna crack.
It sucks, dude! It's garbage!
It's like...
It's fucking terrible!
You hit the point-
It's the worst thing ever!
Do you hit the...
I fucking hate it!
Did you hit the point in your life?
It's so bad!
Did you hit the point?
It's so bad!
Woolie, at what point, at what age were you?
Oh, I hate it so much!
At what age were you that you were single, right? And you were like, I swear to God, I have to have a committed relationship because if I have to wrap it up, I'd rather leave it at the door. I'd rather go home than put this shit in
Fuck
plastic.
out of here with
terrible. Just terrible.
You ever have those moments where you're like...
This is becoming a scarier conversation by the second.
It's so bad. It's so bad that you're like, lambskin, huh?
Oh, no. No, I have not.
Or you're like,
no, I have not. No.
I wonder...
No, that's...
I wonder if there's anything...
That has not occurred. No. Never.
I wonder if there's anything to the lambskin.
That's terrible. That's just awful.
I can't believe that's a thing.
You might as well fuck a sheep. You might
I can't believe that's a thing. That's crazy.
That's like a Christian thing or something.
No, it's an old type. It's an old type of condom, dude.
I don't know, man.
Like they actually make and sell that.
Nah. So it's just like
it's beyond insane.
It's just it's like, listen, if we're gonna do this, we'll just deal with it later.
It's garbage. And yes, kids be responsible, but know how much it sucks.
This is the problem about informing the youth about responsibility. Is that responsibility sucks.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, wrap it up, right? Wrap it up. Cool. When's the last time you did that?
Me?
Yeah.
It's been a bit.
It's
It's been quite a bit. I can't.
Fuck. You can't if you wrap it up.
Not anymore, I don't think, actually.
You can't.
I might as well, I feel like I just look at the little package and then you go to tear it and it doesn't tear right. And I'm just like, I might as well just jam my genitals just back into my body.
You know what? Don't wrap it up. Wrapping it up sucks.
Yeah.
And it's worthless. Fucking hate it.
Just have sex in a pool. You can't catch anything or get anyone pregnant in a pool.
The vacuum and the everything's, it just, science works that way.
Yeah.
Totally.
I remember, okay, this is going to be somewhat personal, so everybody get ready. I remember getting sex ed in whatever grade it was, right? And they tell you, hey, everybody, put a condom on your dick. You don't want to knock up your classmates because you're in grade 6, right? That'd be fucked up. But we know you're all a bunch of little fucking piece of shit degenerates.
Biologically impossible.
No, it's not.
There's record breakers.
It's bad.
I know.
So you got to get them early so that they
Sure.
don't, right? And then you're like, make sure to do this because there's diseases. And then later, as I grew up, I learned, hey, why are there so many diseases? Is it because the generation before us were like the most irresponsible pieces of shit ever and spread all this garbage around? Yes.
Thanks, French guy from Quebec.
Thanks, Woodstock. Thanks, peace and love, for ruining genitals for everyone forever. right? And then there was the point, some point in high school, where you're like, well, it could happen. So I want to make sure I know what it's like when right? So you put the condom onto the seat, you make sure you know how to do it, right? And then you're like, this sucks. You learn right away, this sucks right away. I bet this is terrible. But I'm afraid of having children because I'm 15, so I'll keep some in my wallet. Just in case. Now, that was a hilarious joke in and of itself.
Because keeping them in your wallet is one of the worst things you can do.
That's not really the joke, but thank you. I appreciate it. Right?
Yeah.
Be responsible. Get into a long-term committed relationship in which you can have trust and love, and then you can get rid of that plastic forever. That's really the best bonus, honestly.
Bonus. Bonus, you say?
Ring goes on, rap goes off.
The only thing more embarrassing than your fucking grade 6 sex ed is getting it from reluctant Christian parents.
Oh, no! Oh, no!
You get two versions. You get the first version, which is the...
Oh,
Okay, so... you know how this works, right?
no.
You like, you guys, you have friends and
That's fucked up.
you guys have figured this out, right?
You know what?
That kid on the playground, he told you what's up.
That's fucked up. Because that's how, because I mentioned it before, but when I was in SageUp, I took a human sexual behavior course, right? And the professor had the box of questions.
Yeah.
Right? And some of those questions were fucking terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was ones like, can you get pregnant from sucking a dick?
Yeah.
And it's like, man, someone failed you.
Dude,
someone did not tell you shit.
Do you know the new box of questions
Uh-huh.
is just called the Google search bar?
Yeah.
And you can type the beginning of the question.
But then you get too much information. Like, way
and
too
you
much.
can see what other people that are like 12 are searching for.
Yeah.
Like, such as that, so yeah, you have the one reluctant side of just like, oh god, do we have to do, okay, well, whatever.
No, you have to do this.
How about this? You just, there's stuff, here's a paper, let me know, whatever, super just it.
Jesus Christ.
And then the other version, and then the second is like, okay, we have the box. And if you have any questions, you let me know. The box is going to be over there.
The box doesn't
and
fucking
we'll
work when it's like a household, man.
Well, you know what?
Who the fuck is... How many people could possibly be asking questions?
That's what
you'd have to have like 2 or 3 brothers and sisters that are all pretty much the same age as you.
That's what happens when you take the social worker approach.
That is fucking
to family.
worthless.
Yeah, so... Anyway, eventually Woolie did figure it out. Without that. But that's a session. That's a meditation in cringe.
That's
at an early age.
Imagine. I got kind of lucky. Is like I got the speech at the school, and then I came home and I was like, "Is that for real?" And then I got the yeah, that's real. Don't worry about it. You're young. I was like, okay.
Your dad strikes me as the type that would just be like, "Hey, don't be an idiot."
I actually talked to my mom about it,
and then that'd be that.
My dad was, I don't know. It seemed like he might not be the best role model for the conversation, considering there was a period of Dad's life of about 8 years that was apparently so funny whenever him and Mom would joke about it, but then it would never come up in front of the kids. And I'm like, haha, hey, Dad. I remember as a kid being like, haha, what do you mean you woke up on some guy's porch?
Yeah.
On the West Island.
Yeah.
And he's like, nothing.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, my dad used to party super hard.
Sure, of course. It's like, yes, do teach me about sex ed, Jamaican family with siblings I have not met.
You clearly know what you're doing.
Go on.
Kinda, but...
Do go on.
Yeah.
About the importance of...
Well, see, if you really pay attention to your cycle... You can always tell when it won't happen, says woman with 10 kids.
You know, when I was down in Jamaica the other day, like I finally heard some sort of semblance of an explanation, which was, hey man, like the hippie movement in America just caught on everywhere else around the world, and free love was just like a thing that everyone embraced without the information. It was an exported culture, so it's not our fault.
Yeah, that's not true.
Well,
That is not true.
that's some backwards rationalization that I
That
caught.
is a lie.
Caught it firsthand, buddy.
That was a first-hand lie. It may have caught on with that person.
So